God with my life, to give him praise that shall abide, and to love and obedience. My total reason for being here is to glorify God with my life. Tell your neighbor, you are here to glorify God with your life. Wengine wananiangalia, tusema, you are here to glorify God with your life. Brothers and sisters, the only way we will glorify God with our lives is when we remain faithful stewards, honoring God with our lives and with our works. This is the idea that the Apostle Paul had when he wrote to the Corinthians and said in 1 Corinthians chapter 3 verse 6, I planted the seed in your hearts, and Apollos watered it, but it was God who made it grow. It is not important who does the planting or who does the watering. What is important is that God makes the seed grow. The one who plants and the one who waters work together with the same purpose, and both will be rewarded for their own hard work. For we are both God's workers, and you are God's field. You are God's building. Because of God's grace to me, I have laid the foundation as an expert builder. Now others are building on it. But whoever is building on this foundation must be very careful, for no one can lay another foundation. Anyone who builds on this foundation may use a variety of materials: gold, silver, jewels, wood, hay, or straw. But on the judgment day, fire will reveal what kind of work each builder has done. Brothers and sisters, this simply says Jesus is the gift of God to all of us, that he may bring us back to God and give us the joy of living according to God's purpose. The point here is that the work of the apostles, the work the apostles did was not for their own sake, nor for their own purpose, but for the glory of God. So it had to pass God's test or reach God's standard of perfection. So as servants and as stewards of our lives and all that God has entrusted us with, we must remember we are accountable to God. We will be called to account. The missionaries bequeathed Maseno School a legacy of excellence. The missionaries bequeathed Maseno School the pioneering spirit. The missionaries bequeathed Maseno School the spirit of innovation, creativity, and transformational leadership. The question is, how are we building on this legacy? We reckon that Maseno School produced the first African cabinet minister in the multiracial cabinet in Kenya's colonial government In 1954, the late Benea Apollo Hanga was appointed Minister for Community Development and Rehabilitation. This school also produced a selfless politician, Jaramogi Oginga Odinga, who, when he was offered the position of Prime Minister, he insisted there would be no independence without Kenyatta and his colleagues who were languishing in prison. Brothers and sisters, we know that the alumni of this school and their friends and the whole school community intend to renew the infrastructure of this school. The question is, are you building using gold or jewels or stones or hay? We should remember that what the missionaries did with the few resources they had has survived to this day. What we do today must carry us to the next 120 years. In conclusion, what should Maseno School do to honor her legacy of producing godly and selfless leaders? Number one, we should strive to honor God in everything we do. We thank those who organized this program that we may sit together, listen to God's word, and then move on to other things. Number two, remember to remain faithful. As Paul says in 1 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 2, now a person who is put in charge as a manager must be found to be faithful. The students here have a responsibility of stewarding the opportunity they have been given to be in Maseno. The parents have the stewardship responsibility of taking care of their children, encouraging them, listening to them. The school has the responsibility of being good stewards. And each one of us, in our roles in this country, we are called to be faithful in our service. Brethren, as I end, remember, to whom much is given, much will be required. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the